What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW. And today we're going to go over a day trading recap, but we're going to recap yesterday afternoon's trade that brought me back green on the day and today's morning trade. So check it out. All right, guys, we're going to jump into this video here. And what we're going to do here is we're going to recap. Okay, so yesterday, I had a red day. All right, in the morning session, I didn't do well. I went 1 for 3. All right, and I was red on the day. But in the afternoon, I caught CLOV in the afternoon. It was an hour and 40-minute trade, and I have it recorded live. Don't worry, we're not going to go over an hour and 40 minutes there, but we'll fast forward. But I do have it recorded live. We're going to go over that afternoon trade. It was actually my smallest trade of the day, okay, share size wise, and it brought me back well into the green on the day. All right, so we're gonna go over that. That one had plans of turning into a swing trade. However, I go over why I don't hold it for the swing, like the remainder of it, because of the setup on the chart, and I'll go over that here in this recap. So we're going to recap yesterday afternoon's trade, and we're going to recap today's trades. Today's trades, I went 1 for 2, and it's a wish-wash, like a scratch day, because the one green trade, part of it did go red because I stopped out of a portion of it. I held it, and it got a quick flush there, and I just stopped out of it. And, we're going to go ahead and jump into that. But before we do me a quick favor. Smash the like button for me. It really helps out with the channel tremendously. So smash the like button, feed that YouTube algorithm. Check out the daytraderchatroom.com. You can come trade with us 5 days for just $5, all right, and get a little bit of a trial, dashboard courses, video lesson library with over 200 videos, and you can be with us live for 5 days. So make sure you take advantage of that. Link in the description section and comment section below. Also, trade ideas, 15% off coupon code down there for you. Now let's go ahead and jump into the charts. All right, guys, let's jump into this recap here. I'm going to recap yesterday's afternoon trade, which I did actually record live, along with today's trades. Okay, we're going to recap both yesterday afternoon's action that brought me back to green on the day, and I'm gonna go over today's action. All right, and then after that, we're going to go over the live lesson for the day. This is going to be up on YouTube, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, you're missing out on the live lesson of the day. So if you want to be a part of the live lessons we do every single day, you got to sign up at the daytraderchatroom.com. Use the 5-day trial. Just come on over for 5 days, get a little taste of what we have to offer. I'm fully convinced you're going to sign right back up. Now, yesterday, I traded NEXT, NEXT, and CLOV. Now, CLOV yesterday caught me a couple times. I wasn't, it didn't do what I expected it to do, so it caught me a couple times. But yesterday, I told you guys that we were going to be watching it throughout lunch and see if we can get it to consolidate, and then coming out of lunch, maybe it'll give us an afternoon move, because during lunch it broke back up over VWAP and it held very, very, very well. You could see it holding there, you could see it holding here, right? So you could see that it was holding very well, and it set itself a little pivot here around $22. Okay, so coming out in the afternoon, right around a little bit after 2 p.m. I'd want to say, let me see if I can see that. Yeah, a little bit after 2 p.m. I got long CLOV, $20.40 some odd cents. All right, so $20.40 some odd cents. So after 2 p.m., so somewhere here in this pullback. Yep, right here. So right here in this pullback that we had on that little bounce, we had a bounce, pull it in. I got long CLOV. With a starter position, I did add to it, okay? And my idea was I was going to take some profits off in front of the pivot just in case it would hold. And then I wrote it in the alert section. When I put out the alert, my stop was just underneath VWAP, obviously. And I said, I had a hard stop, 1950, because I was in and out of the office. But I said, I'm going to try to sell some, 22s, 23s. And I'm going to try to hold some if we can close strong, right? So for me, if we would have closed between 24 to 23 bucks, I would have held on some, looking for the gap up over, the day's high, and a move 27, 30 bucks. That was my plan. It would have been an awesome trade. However, it didn't work out that way, but it still worked out very well. So I'm in here, okay, and I'm holding. I mean, I held this trade for about almost 2 hours, an hour and 40 or hour 50 minutes. We come all the way back down here to VWAP, you know, boom. We stick it again, right? We get back up here and we test this little pivot in front of 22, all right? And then finally, we get a very nice move off of the next VWAP level test. And we make a move all the way up here to the 2280s. And throughout this move here, I took pieces of profits off right in there because we broke over that $22 zone. So I was really happy about that. We started taking some profits off. And I said I would hold on to a piece for a swing trade if we can get up into this area and close in that area. We don't, right? We get this action right here before the close. We get back underneath 22 for a little bit. And I sell out of the rest of my position actually right on this candle right here. Now we do get the gap up because CLOV does end up squeezing in after hours right up over 23. Okay, and then in pre-market today it got up there, you know, it got up there really nice, and then 29 bucks almost is the high today. So it would have been an awesome swing trade on the remainder of the portion had that worked out. However, I was red on the day already yesterday, you know, and this trade here, this trade, this buy and this sell here, it brought me back well into the green on the day. Okay, so it put me up over a base hit on the day. So I was happy about that. You know, I'll take that any day of the week. And I do have that trade recorded here. So let me grab it real quick, show you that live trade from yesterday. Here we are, CLOV, 250 shares, $20.45. And I'm looking to add a little bit more. So this is an hour and 40-minute trade, so I'm definitely going to fast forward. Okay. See, we get back down there to VWAP. You see that VWAP test? That was a crucial moment there. When I see that we hold it, I add another 100 shares, 350 shares now. And the whole purpose of this trade, this was actually the smallest amount of shares I had on CLOV the entire day. Because that wasn't a full-size trade, right, on CLOV for me. It wasn't. And here I was in full size. And here I was in 35–40% of what my full size would have been on this trade. So I'm in this trade here and I'm just looking to see if we can get that move back up over 21 to maybe get that move to 22. 22, as you can see, is previous resistance on the day. It's a little bit of a pivot zone. So we'll scroll through here a little bit. I mean, look, if you trade your P&L, you're like, oh, wow, I'm up 400 bones. That's it. Time to take some profit. But I don't trade that. I don't even know that. I was watching the chart because I trade the chart. And I know we're in front of this pivot. And I want to see us break through that pivot. Right there, we break through the pivot. I immediately take 100 shares off. Book a little profit. Then I take another 50 shares off. Then we get that quick little pop right there. And I'm like, awesome, let's break 23. I'm going to take more profits off between 23 to 24. And then I'm going to hold at least 150 shares or 125 shares for the overnight swing. Because, dude, you're talking about if you get up there to $25, $27, 30 bucks, you're in from 20 bucks. You're talking about, you know, $6, $7, $8 a share on 150, 125 shares. It's more than enough. So I take another 25 shares off there. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to hold 22 as my stop. If we break under 22, since we were so close to the close already, I'm going to sell out because I really wanted for CLOV to close over 23. A close over 23 would have been much stronger in my opinion. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if we would have closed over 23, looking at today's price action, we would have hit 30. I thought we were going to go here. I really thought we were going to go here after that 22 test because 22 is that previous pivot, previous resistance back here. I thought we were going to go over 23 there, but we don't. And right there, I sell out of my final piece. An hour and 40-minute trade. Oh, guys, real quick. That level on VWAP was crucial. It was VWAP. It was the 38.2 Fibonacci level, and it was also this previous high. Okay, now today, I took 2 trades today, and one of them was on CLOV. And I like that CLOV trade. I would take it again tomorrow. CLOV, okay, previous high was 25 bucks. Right there, 25 bucks, 24.90s. We came down here to that level and we tested 24.30s. Then we get back up over here, 24.60s, 24.90s, 25 bucks. We start holding that level. That level, the 9 AMA creeps up there. So we have a daily 24.90, 24.80 level. We have the 9 AMA lining up at that level, okay? So I have those 2 support zones holding up support here on a stock that has a lot of hype behind it. And the volume on the drop wasn't huge. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to get a starter, right? We're holding there. We're holding here. Why would I not get a little starter position? I get on the mic, tell you guys I'm looking to get a starter. Put out the alert. I'm in a starter. I tell you that my starter was very small because this thing can be very mean. So my starter position in this case, sometimes my starter is 50% of my position. Sometimes it's 20, 30, you know? In this case, I had about 10%, 15% of my desired size on this trade. That's what I had. Very small, but I wanted a little piece down here just in case we just slammed right through VWAP and didn't, like, you know, do a nice little break of VWAP and a pull back into it for support, right? For a support test. So I said I will add to full size on this trade if we get a break and a hold of this VWAP level. At that point, obviously my stop would have moved up to there. Okay, so that was my plan on CLOV this morning. We get this quick test here, nice increase in volume that we get right there. And I'm like, oh, this is great. I don't add there, but I'm like, this is great. This is perfect because if we can get up in there and start to hold, this would be excellent. So my alert this morning, long starter CLOV, 25.51, stop 24.30 area. I do end up getting stopped out of this at 24.37 because the very next move was that. Bang. So I stop out of it, and that's it. No harm, no foul. Why? Because small size. This is a paper cut of a trade. A paper cut of a trade. And then I told you guys it'll probably, you know, fade the gap, and it more than did that. So after that, I had one more trade. AEMD. Now AEMD I liked a lot. We had really good news today. Okay, it had super good news today. I like that a lot. And right in here, when we put this high in and rejected harshly, I said the volume on the rejection of the high isn't bad. It's pretty small. It's pretty small, decreasing volume even. So once again, a little bit early, I decided to get long and see if we can get a push towards the high. So I come on over here. Let me get my alerts. Long AEMD 1054, stop 980 area. Okay, here is your 980s, and my stop is just underneath that. We break through VWAP here briefly, and we hold. I actually add to my position. It was never a starter really. It was probably I was in like 75% of my desired size. Take a little starter. I'm sorry, a little add here on this one just to kind of like finish it up. We get one quick pop in here. And because we get that one quick little pop there, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take a little profit off. So I take a little profit off at $10 and I'm sorry, at $11.18. Okay, that was my alert there at $11.18. And we instantly reject that level, come all the way back down here to 950s. As we're getting down here, I just market order out and I stop out at 1034. I always market order out when I'm getting stopped out. And then I tell you guys, you know what? This thing might have shaken me out here, kind of like CLOV did yesterday. So just keep eyes on it. But I wasn't convinced that it was going to make a big move. You know, and it does make a move back up here to test the highs, but it has not been able to hold. So what I'm going to do with this AEMD is I'm going to watch it throughout lunch and see if maybe it sets up for an afternoon trade. However, this will take profit here. You know, it kind of canceled out most of the red overall. So it's a break-even day. It's a scratch day. It's a non-event. I did absolutely nothing today. That's how it feels like because, you know, been in here making lists and looking at charts since like 8 something in the morning.
Currently 11:17 a.m. and it's a scratch day, so it's like I did nothing, non-event. It's like today, nothing happened. So it is what it is. Some days it's like that. In the morning, I told you guys in pre-market, I expect today to see a lot of FOMO in the market, which will cause a lot of whiplash and potentially a lot of chop. Okay? And I'm also more concerned that if that's the case, I'm hoping that this is not the peak of these squeezes and the small cap action, because we've only gotten about a week and a half, 2 weeks of this action. All right. Prior to that, we had like a month and a half of, type of action. That sound effect. I can't even come up with a word for it. So I'm hoping this is not the peak of it, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully AMD gives us an afternoon squeeze.
All right, guys, so that's it for today. I hope you learned something from this video. Also, smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video. And I'll catch you on the next one.